What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez. Get this. Golovkin states, if Canelo thought it's personal, third fight should have happened immediately. Wow. Gennady Golovkin doesn't pay much attention to the nonsense he claims Canelo Alvarez says. He says if he wanted this fight back then, if he thought it's personal, that fight should have happened immediately. And he says he has the right to say that it's personal, but let me tell you what I see, Golovkin said. I think he says it because this is my last fight on DAZN. There is an agreement with DAZN that there will be no obligations for me beyond this fight. He just kind of thinks this situation, thinking about my situation, thinking that a lot of time has passed, 4 years. Now he thinks that he's in a position to voice those accusations and say that he can knock me out, that he can finish my career. Who is he to start or finish anybody's career? Maybe he tries to, I don't know. Some score points, but based on age, his position, it's not up to him. The trilogy is a big event. Golovkin said it's difficult to get a trilogy. It means that I'm in demand, that people want to see my fights. And right now, this is arguably the best fight in boxing. Let me counterpunch. I couldn't agree more with Gennady Golovkin as far as it's personal. You know, why isn't this fight done sooner if it's that personal? Counterpunch. You know, if we look back, if that's the case, Canelo shouldn't have even left Golden Boy if it was personal, because the obligations to fight Golovkin for the third time would have been obligated, and there shouldn't have been any reason to fall out with Oscar De La Hoya, because that was the reason Oscar De La Hoya and him fell out, because De La Hoya lied on the devil in the details with him signing that $365 million contract. Okay, and because he done that, and Oscar De La Hoya kind of hid that from him, he didn't want anything to do with Oscar on, and then all that other stuff started coming up with otra cosas and, you know, the things that Oscar did and, you know, the pastime stuff. Now, him saying, oh, it's personal now, to me, I just feel that he's just selling the fight. Canelo's selling the fight. Like, you know, I didn't see him that pissed off at Golovkin. I know there were words spoken when Canelo did pop dirty for Glenbuterol. There were. But other than that, that has been 4 years ago. That's been a long time ago, man. 2018 kind of just slid on by. Slid on right by 19, the pandemic. Now it's 2 years after that. So it's 4 years later. And Golovkin like, okay, well, if he thought that, like, what is this, all this personal shit comes from? If you personally wanted to fight me, you had every ample opportunity to do so, but you just did not want to. So don't play like oh, it's personal and I wanted this fight bad and I got a score to settle with Golovkin. No. Hades, no. What happened was Canelo did not want to fight Golovkin again for the third fight. He had no interest in fighting Golovkin again. He wanted to do other things, and he did other things. Okay, he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He went to 168, then he went to 175, then he went back to 168. He did a lot of things after Golovkin. That's what Canelo's been doing for 4 years. Now, what has Golovkin did for 4 years? That's the question. You know what I mean? He went 12 rounds of war with Deverenchenko. We know that much. And a couple other guys you don't really know too much about. But other than that, not really. Besides get older, Golovkin hasn't really done much. Turned down a couple fights that he claimed that wasn't true fights or good fights for him or whatever. Right? So, like, that's basically what he's done. Nonetheless, Canelo Alvarez in this personal claim, I think, is just to sell the fight. You know, I think he's trying to revamp or, you know, re-emerge some old anger he had back in the day about what Golovkin said. but I don't really take it too seriously. But he better fight seriously, because I think Golovkin is ready to fight. And I think these two guys, when they come together, you may see an explosion, because we've seen 2 explosions already. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Gennady Golovkin's speak of Canelo Alvarez, claiming it's personal. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!